Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play 60 Seconds, and thank you for watching. 60 Seconds is a survival strategy simulation game, guys, and it puts you in the position of a father during a 1950s-esque era where people thought they could survive a nuclear attack by building a bunker underneath their houses. The silly bastards. The game itself kind of captures that twisted sense of humor that you would find in like a Fallout game, guys, and then it kind of combines the gameplay elements of This War of Mine. If you're not familiar with that game, we did a video here on the channel, but the basic idea is the same. You have food and water, and you need to stretch it out as long as you can and survive as long as you can while the apocalypse is going on above your heads. Albeit, I will say that This War of Mine is a little bit more complicated. This is 60 Seconds is more simpler, I should say. 60 Seconds released today, May 25th, 2015. It was developed and published by Robot Gentleman Studios. You can go ahead and get 60 Seconds on Steam and multiple platforms from Android to your iPhone, whatever you want, for $9.99. However, there will probably be a first week sale price here on Steam, so you can probably get it for a little bit cheaper, usually 10%. Cheaper. Now, there's many things I like about 60 Seconds, guys. From the the art style, which is like this twisted version of a Norman Rockwell type of thing going on. Everything's cool, everything looks nice, everything's peachy, but there's also something just off kilter about everything that's going on. The music is all happy and jaunty, even though there's a nuclear explosion that's about to happen. And I really enjoy its dark humor aspect to it. I think it captures that very well, and everything about the game really works very well. But there's just one thing that I felt about 60 Seconds is that it left me wanting more. I wanted more from this game, and I don't want you to think that's a diss. That's not in any way a complaint. Saying I wanted more is almost actually kind of like a compliment, because I wanted to get more out of this game. I wanted to see more. I wanted to do more, because I enjoyed so much what they had created here. And you're going to see what I mean in a bit, guys. As always, on the top left, there's a big red button that says skip to the action. If you want to go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and start off with the options, of course. And there is some options to speak of here. We have some graphical options right here. The game does feature 1080p resolutions. You have some quality control, which is mostly for this one particular game mode where you're running around the house and collecting supplies more than anything else. You have full screen on or off, gamma. The game does feature partial controller support. I don't think the game really needs it, to be honest with you. I think I enjoyed the game more or less with my keyboard and mouse more than anything else. But you do have that option if you're a person who does like playing your games with your controller. You do have that option available to you. I'm not sure if my Logitech controller works, but it obviously it's probably going to lend itself to the Xbox crowd right there, as you can see. But otherwise, we'll be playing with our keyboard and mouse. There is no rebindable keys or anything like that. I can't change these, but to be honest with you, it's not that big a deal. It's a very simplistic game once you kind of break it down and get into it. You have some language options here. Let's see, Polish and English. Looks like two language options here. I think that's Polish. Last time I said a language was a particular thing, I was wrong, so I don't know what that is. It's Polski. That's what it is. That's all I can tell you. Some music sliders, skip intro, and disabled flashes. And that kind of wraps up all the options for the game, guys. Alright, guys, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the game here, but there's a couple other things to check out right here. Like the hat, for instance, is the credits, just to let you know what the developers and all that good kind of stuff. The trophy here is statistical information, like how many days you've survived, how many supplies you've gathered, what you need to do to, unlock certain achievements, and other fun things like that if you're interested in that kind of information. But otherwise, that's kind of it. Now, by the way, that's a Breaking Bad reference up there. I'm not even sure that was there earlier. There's two modes to the game. There's scavenge mode, which is really short. It's, as you can imagine, 60 seconds, where you have all the time basically to gather what supplies you want. And then you go into survival mode, which is a little bit more of a simpler mode where you have to just react to decisions and divide up food and basically survive as long as you can. And the game basically, Apocalypse mode basically plays through both of those modes. It's like the full version of the game. Of course, we're going to be doing Apocalypse mode for this video. Atomic Drill, by the way, is just a tutorial teaching you how to survive these particular modes. Now, if you wanted to, you could just play one particular mode or the other and skip it, but, what's the point? I mean, it's cool that it's there. I like that aspect to it, but for the most part, we're just going to be doing the apocalypse. Now we're gonna do things a little bit crazy. We're gonna put it on the maximum difficulty because you know what? I want to see this family die a horrible death, and maybe it'll be more fun that way. So we're gonna put it on Sarbamba, and we're gonna begin the adventure. When we basically begin the adventure, it's going to take us into scavenge mode, where we'll be in a 3D environment. I love these ads, by the way, where we have to we're in a 3D environment where we have to collect as many resources as we can. Now we're gonna run around the house here, and I am experiencing a tiny little bit of a little bit. Oh my god, it doesn't even give you time to explore. It just starts things off. Holy crap. Oh man, in the normal version of the game, it leaves you about 15 extra seconds to get things going. Drop him, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Grab the wife. Grab the wife. Forget the children. Grab the friggin'. Oh, she's too heavy. Oh man, we're gonna do bad here. I can already tell we're gonna do bad. Alright, I'm gonna grab the wife. Grab the not the friggin' bullets. And the gas mask. Alright, next up, I'm gonna sacrifice the children. I'm so sorry, kids. There's just no food for me, apparently, anywhere. Oh man, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Okay, let's get to the friggin'... Okay, nope. 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 Yeah, we made it. Barely made it. Barely made that there. Poor son and daughter are dead. As you can imagine, that particular mode is pretty hectic there. I was experiencing a little bit of, low frame rates, and that's mostly because of, it's just my recorders interacting poorly with the game. But you basically, you have 60 seconds to go through that particular section. And once you get that section done, like as you can see right here, we only collected a certain amount of supplies. It's always going to change what you managed to collect. I managed to collect bullets without a gun, for instance. 2 cans of food, 2 cans of water. But that's okay because there's only 2 of us in here. That will last quite a while. That particular mode of the game is done. And you're not actually going to have to do anything with that 3D environment or seeing all those areas again. That aspect of the game is done, and now you get into the second aspect of the game. And I think that's cool, and I think that's really neat, and it also has a lot of replay value to it, because that area, it randomly places where things will be placed, and there'll be different kinds of obstructions, or everything's never in the exact same place. It always changes things, and I think that adds a lot of replay value to the game. But at the same time, there's also a part of me that wanted to go back up on the surface and see how the house looks after it's destroyed. You don't necessarily get to do that. But I mean, this particular mode right here is still very entertaining. I really like it a lot. So you can basically click around. You can see how much food we have, what supplies we have. All these supplies will help us, of course, in some form or manner as random events occur. Violence usually seems like violence usually is the best possible option, but it rarely is. Okay, let's go with the pencil and book here. This is basically kind of like your journal. It's going to tell you how you're doing. It's going to give you like status updates about your family. So just the 2 of us, there wasn't enough time to get the kids, but sure, this is just a drill and they're okay, right? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly. So because we don't have any kids with us, we don't need necessarily to worry about Timmy and I forgot, I think Mary Jane is her name. So all we got to do is worry about these 2 particular guys. Now, each can basically lasts about 4 servings. Each bottle of water lasts about 4 servings. If they don't drink or eat water for 4 days, they die or go insane. So we need to kind of keep them balanced. And we're going to just drink water the first day, and then we'll eat food the next day. That's kind of how I play the game. I think that's what's worked best for me, for the most part. We decided to have some fun today and play a game or 2. The first one was picking the game we were going to play. This took us about most of the day, and we still haven't made up our minds. Now, this is going to be, there's going to be random events that occur, of course. As you play the game, random things are going to start happening. Just about anything can happen. Bugs could show up. Who the hell knows? There's a lot of random events that can occur. And I haven't read too many of the same events. But it can happen, obviously, because it's a random event could occur that happened in the last game. Since we played I Spy, it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Dolores is quite calm in the situation, and there's nothing to worry about Ted. So again, this is a food day. Eat up, you spunky couple, you. It says day 2. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. Ted is happy with the risk, and I'm going to go ahead and say yes. We're going to take the risk. We're going to send out a scavenger. There's some radio chatter about airdrops and military. It's about time. Let's take the gas mask. That will hopefully help us out survive a little bit longer, as you can imagine. And this is kind of what I meant by that. It has that aspect to it, kind of like this war of mine, basically. You have to start dividing food and taking care of your family. It looks like we damaged our mask, which kind of sucks. Oh, that really sucks. The AirJ crate we found wasn't exactly huge, but it contained a few supplies that would definitely will help us. We're especially happy to find some water bottles and food cans. For a minute we thought it was canned meat, but then we found out it was tomato soup. Our theory is that this whole country used to run on tomatoes and no one suspected a thing. 2 cans of water, 2 cans of food. Nothing to report on either of the happy couple. Today's a water day. It says who should go outside? We're gonna send Dolores. Why not? He's a selfish prick, this guy. It says some of us are keen to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the most responsible and active person for the quest to get more supplies. Good luck, Dolores. You can do it. I'll just be here by myself, chilling out. It says Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Again, this is on the hardest difficulty. So this game's going to be kind of very unforgiving when it comes to mistakes. Oh dear, we just remember we planned on taking a trip south for the 2 months. If it's still there, we're going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. Now, for instance, the entire expeditions for outside, I think that was a kind of a missed opportunity. And I wish we could actually, like, I know it's probably very difficult to program, and but I would love to have actually seen the outside world actually kind of do those scavenging missions. Somewhat, albeit kind of like, this War of Mine. I would like the aspect to go outside and see what the world looked like. And maybe use that 3D engine, those little models that they created, use them a little bit more to, maybe interact with things or see, giant alien bugs or whatever have you. I think it would have been cool to actually see the house, for instance, completely destroyed and gone. And for the most part, you don't get to do that. All you get to see is this for the rest of the game. And this isn't bad. I really like this aspect to it. And I think it's really fun and adds a lot of replayability for all sorts of crazy crap that could happen. I just wish there was more. Like I said, it's a great fun game. I just wish there was more. I want more out of this game. And because 60 seconds is just really well designed. It's really fun. It's really neat. I just wanted more. So let's go ahead and click on the journal. It says we can make it work. We can make it work even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Okay, Ted, I think it's water day, isn't it? Yes. No. There you go. It says, wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave? Walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution. Ah, that's the sense of freedom we miss. So let's see if Dolores basically makes it back alive. I don't think she's going to. I love the music, by the way. The music is so fantastic. Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Okay, eat up, Ted. Poor man is alone by himself. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now, and no one packed him up. What do we do? Let's consult the Boy Scout guide there. That's all we can do. Oh dear God. She does not look good. Says, problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tiny little shelter. We were glad to see Dolores come back. From the wasteland, we spotted an unknown group of people scavenging our neighborhood. They had a lot of bags and backpacks. Too many even. They were really busy and didn't notice when one of their backpacks went missing with little help from us. Lucky fine, there will be some cans inside. 1 can of food, it was in a bed kit. We're going to need that for poor Dolores. Dolores is really sick. And what is she, tired? Let's see, let's click. She's hungry and sick. Okay, so we'll give her that and we'll feed her. I don't remember what was going on, so I'm just going to say food for the both of them. We're going to prepare expedition to go out. Yeah, why not? Since the radio of ours has been silent for the past few hours, we need our news, we need our new music. We all agree on that. And it's refusing to cooperate. We need to meddle with it until it works. I'm going to say leave it alone. Because you're going to break it, man. And that radio is a very important aspect to the game, as you can imagine. There you go, she's looking better. Says, we're surely experiencing technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will be just fine. Is there one thing we need to do? It's water for Dolores. And Ted's leaving here in a bit, so we'll give him some water. They're good. Ted's going outside. And there, that's kind of how things are going. So far, actually, for hard, this hasn't been too terribly bad. She's just tired. She just needs to rest. Let's go ahead and give her food. So is there anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation? It's our government. You could badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we ... Never mind! The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. So we're going to use our radio. Of course, if everybody dies, by the way, it is game over. And it can happen pretty friggin' easily, too. Since we made contact, the military's out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Shrink up. We were never huge fans of mushrooms, but a colony of them are growing in one of the walls. We've changed our loyalties. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? No. Mushrooms growing in a bunker is never a good thing, guys. Alright. Maybe hunger, there's just some things we will never eat. Well, fungus is one of them. Everything seems okay with Dolores. She's still tired, though. Okay, so far things are good. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strange, glowing, suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? Let's spray them. Or let's use the book. We'll keep the spray for a rainy day occasion here. You never know when we might need to use that spray. Did he come back already? Oh, God. He does not look good at all. Said that was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst. But radioactive roaches? Yikes. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Going to the supermarket is not easy as it used to be now that raiders have been taken over the place and we are running plunder operations in the area. It is more difficult than ever. We sensed the numbers left on guard duty were limited. It seemed possible to sneak around them and retrieve some of their loot. It's worth a shot. I got 4 cans of food and 6 bottles of water. Damn! And a flashlight. I think we're good on food and water for a long time. Damn, dude. Look at all that. Good job, Ted. I'd high five you, but you know you're dying. So, let's not be arrogant about this. Hungry and sick. So I think she gets water today and he gets food. We're not preparing an expedition today. We're gonna wait. We're gonna use the radio. We know very little about what's going on outside. It's a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it safely. The radio could help with us. Okay, there we go. Now, Ted's sick, so I don't really have any way of curing him. Which kind of sucks. You're able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be safer to travel on the surface now. Ted needs water. She needs food, I think. Nope. Is absolutely exhausted. Sending her out would mean certain death. I don't think so. We have nothing for entertainment. There it goes. Noises, weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls? Is there something behind the door? We don't know, and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax. Otherwise, we might get paranoid. They're going to get paranoid. Your characters can lose their damn minds in this game, as you can imagine. All sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, and Dolores is crazy. She's crazy and tired. Sick and tired. Okay. Dolores' sanity is questionable. Ted hasn't recovered from his illness yet. This is not good. This is not good. Let's go ahead and feed them both everything. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments, and close quarters doesn't help. We were chatting, and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get over this soon. Okay, there we go. Come on, Dolores, pull through. Oh, he's not looking good at all. Oh my God. Today's been fine for Dolores so far. Nothing going on with Ted. Let's do it one more time. We're not going outside. We didn't think we could get a chance to increase our food supply by simply playing a card game, but that was what we were offered by a man who knocked on our door today. 2 cans of food. We win, we get his 2 cans. We lose, we get him out. Give him our 2 cans. Are we going to do it? No! Because he's a cheater. Alright, everything seems good so far. Grumbling. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example do we set with the kids? We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone and we sent that man away. Good riddance. Dolores is very unpredictable. Sometimes we're a bit afraid of her. No new problems or troubling Ted this morning. Okay, everyone's doing okay. Let's go back to rationing. So we're going to water. We don't want to send anybody out because they're just not in a condition to. The military is transmitting again. They said their first step is to locate any remaining survivors. A plane will be doing a sweep over our neighborhood this evening, and we're supposed to be out in the open, signaling with our flashlight. Alright, so far things are looking good up for us. Even though this is on hard, this is actually working out for us pretty good. Dolores is now not tired, so we can probably send her out. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. We were lucky to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roar of the plane's engines. We were pretty sure the pilot saw us. Let's see if they get back to us. Ted is still sick. Food. And today, yes, we're going to send out Dolores. Bakir, it seems that the whole shelter has been shaking every couple of minutes. And it feels like getting stronger every time this happens. Here it comes again, and it's way worth an earthquake. Hold on something. I'm going to grab the radio. The radio is by far more important than the flashlight. Probably going to lose our flashlight, though. Yep, sure did. But at least we still got our radio. Earthquake or not, nothing's going to stand between us and our daily dose of radio static. We're able to grab before it could fall down and get smashed. Today seems fine. Ted is fine. Alright. Why didn't she go outside? Shouldn't she be going outside? Get out there, Dolores. We should go outside. There we go. Bye-bye! So that's more or less how the game works, guys. It's kind of a rinse, repeat type of situation from here on out. Like I said, I enjoy the aspects to it. I think it's really neat, the random events, the constant, quick gameplay bursts. It's not a game that lasts too long. You play it, from 20 minutes to 40 minutes at the most, and then start all over again and try again with different kinds of items, different kinds of results, and who knows what could happen. And I really like that aspect to it. But again, I just wish there was more to this game, guys. I wanted to go outside, see things out there how they are, basically kind of put the chance in my own hands. If I get a lot of food, if I get a lot of water, or maybe I screw up necessarily, then it's just randomly handing me something. But otherwise, it's a very well designed game. It's funny, it's cute, the art design is great, the music is fantastic. It's an easy enough game to play. Just about anybody can play this game, and it's for the most part family friendly, I would say. The game does feature Steam achievements, not Steam cards yet. I think it has high replay value, guys. And it's pretty much bug free for the most part, guys. So I just want to say big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, share, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys, like 60 Seconds. If you really enjoyed this video, guys, maybe consider hitting up that tip jar. If you're feeling generous of heart, all tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways. Till next time, guys, play more indie games.